Hello, myself Shubhashish Shah, Assistant Professor of Mathematics of Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management, GIS Group. In this video, I will discuss about basic concepts of probability. In the previous video, I started this discussion, and in this video, I will continue that discussion. So, I'll start with conditional probability, definition of conditional probability. Okay, before I started discussion, I should tell you that this subject, this chapter is in the syllabus of EC, electrical and mechanical, civil engineering and mechanical engineering under the syllabus of MACOUT, and this syllabus is for the third semester. Okay. So let us start the discussion. So definition of conditional probability. Conditional probability. So what is conditional probability? Let us consider two events A and B. Okay, A and B are two events. They are connected with same random experiment E. Okay. Now, let us make the hypothesis that the event A has been occurred. A has been occurred. Okay. We are making this hypothesis that A has been occurred, and the number of occurrences, suppose Na times, okay, and B occurs simultaneously. How many times? N of A intersection B times. Okay, so the conditional probability of B on the hypothesis that A has been occurred. The conditional probability of B on the hypothesis that A has been occurred is defined as probability of B slash A. This denotes the conditional probability of B with the condition that A has been occurred is equal to P of probability of A intersection B by probability of A, provided probability of A is not equal to 0. Okay. So conditional probability is very important. It has a huge application. Okay, let us give an example. We have a pack of cards, and we draw one card. Okay, we draw one card. Now the two events A and B. A is the event spade, and B is the event of being king, the card of being king, and A is the event of the card of being spade. Now we want the probability of the card of being king of spade. So that is, we want the probability of being king, and we supposed that the card is from the bunch of spade. Okay, so spade has been occurred. This is A has been occurred, and we want the conditional probability of the card of being king. So probability of B slash A will be probability of A intersection B by probability of A. So what will be probability of A? That is probability of being probability of a card of being spade is from a pack of card will be 13, and there is only one king of spades, so it will be 1. So 1 by 13. This is the way how the conditional probability is defined. Okay. Next, later on I will give more examples of conditional probability. Before that, I will discuss some more definitions and theorems. Okay, first, mutually independent events. Mutually independent events. So we have discussed before mutually exclusive events. Now it is mutually independent events. So two events A and B will be called mutually independent if probability of AB equal to probability of A into probability of B. AB means A intersection B. Now it is not necessary that if two events are mutually exclusive, then it will be mutually independent. Okay, let us consider an example. Suppose we are throwing a die, okay, fair die. So S, the event space will be 1, 2, 3, sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we are taking two events. Let A is the multiple, all multiples of 3, and B is the even odd integers. No, we are taking even integers, suppose. Okay, even integer. So it will be 3 and 6. It will be 3 and 6, and it will be 2, 4, and 6. Now we can see that A and B are not mutually exclusive. Why? Because there is one common point in A intersection B, that is A intersection B is not equal to 5. A is intersection, so A and B are not mutually exclusive. Now if we check that A and B are independent, mutually independent or not, for that we first find probability of A. Probability of A will be 2 by 6. There are two events, so it will be 1 by 3, and probability of B is 3 by 6, so it will be equal to half. Now probability of A intersection B. Probability of A intersection B means probability in the event space A intersection B, there is only the event S, 6. So this will be 1 by 6, and probability of A into probability of B is equal to 1 by 3 into half, and that is 1 by 6. So from here we can conclude that A and B are mutually independent but not mutually exclusive. So this is not necessary that if two events are mutually independent, then they must be mutually exclusive. Mutually independent events may not be mutually exclusive. Okay. Next, I will discuss one of the most important theorem, that is called Bayes theorem. So Bayes theorem. This is very important. This theorem is very important. If A1, A2, A3, AN be a given set of n pairwise mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, then for any event A, where probability of A is not equal to 0, number one, we can write probability of A equal to probability of A1 into probability of conditional probability of A slash A1. That is, this is known as conditional probability of A subject to A1 has been occurred, plus probability of A2, probability of A slash A2, plus probability of AN into probability of A slash AN. And number 2 is probability of AI slash A equal to probability of AI into probability of A slash AI by probability of A for I equal to 1 to up to n. Okay. So this is known as Bayes theorem. So to understand Bayes theorem correctly, we have to solve some problem, then it will be clear to us. So I will now discuss, I will now give you some examples of not only for Bayes theorem, all over till now I discussed about basic concept of probability. I will give you some examples. Okay. Okay. The first problem I'll give you, that two ants, I'm not writing the full question, two ants contains respectively, there are two ants contains respectively, first ant contains 5 white ball and 7 black ball, and second ant contains 2 white ball and 2 black balls. Okay, so one of the ant is selected by tossing a fair coin. One ant is selected by tossing a fair coin. Okay, and then 2 balls are drawn without replacement. After this, 2 balls are drawn without replacement. All right. Then the question is, if both the balls drawn are white, if both the balls are white, then find the probability of the first ant is chosen. Okay, so I repeat the question. Two ants, we have two identical ants. One ant, first ant contains 5 white balls, 7 black balls. Second ant contains 2 white, 2 black balls. One ant is chosen, and chosen by tossing a fair coin, and the 2 balls are drawn from that ant without replacement. Now you see that if the both balls are white, then what is the probability that the first ant is chosen? So this has to be solved by using Bayes theorem. This is a problem of Bayes theorem. Okay, let us start the solution. So there are two things happening. First thing, the ant is chosen, and second thing, both the balls are white. Okay, now let us consider that A1 and A2 are two events. For which A1 and A2 are denoting which events? They are denoting that the ball is drawn from the first and second ant respectively. That is, A1 is denoting from first ant, and A2 is denoting that the balls are drawn from second ant. So an ant has been chosen by tossing a coin. these are the events. Okay, so generally probability of A1 will be half, and probability of A2 will also be half, because a coin is tossed. So either it will be head or it will be tail, and probability of head and tail is half. So probability of choosing first turn is half, and probability of choosing second turn is half. Now A is the event that both balls are white. Okay, so our required probability, what is our required probability? Our required probability we have to find, that is probability of A1/A, because that is conditional probability of A1 subject to A has been occurred. Now what is A1? A1, the first turn has been chosen. This is the question. Probability of the first turn has been chosen, and subject to A has been occurred, that is both the balls are white. So this is our required probability, and by Bayes theorem we know that this is equal to probability of A1 into probability of A/A1 by probability of A. And to find this, we need to know what is the probability of A. Okay, so now we will find probability of A. So now probability of A/A1. What will be probability of A/A1? Probability of A/A1 will be that is probability of drawing two white balls subject to first turn has been chosen. So in the first turn there are 5 white balls and 2 white balls are chosen, so it will be 5C2 by total 2 balls has been chosen from 12 balls, so by 12C2, and it will be equal to 5/33. You will calculate this and match with this result. Now what will be probability of A/A2? That means probability of drawing 2 white balls from the second turn. So in the second turn there are 2 white balls. So there are 4 white balls. It will be 4 white balls. So 4C2 by, there are total 6 balls and 2 balls are chosen. So this will be 6C2, and this will be equal to 2/5. Okay. Now by Bayes theorem, we know that probability of A can be written as probability of A1 into probability of A/A1 plus probability of A2 into probability of A/A2. So what is probability of A1? Probability of A1 is half. It is already calculated, half into probability of A/A1 is 5/33. 5/30, just we are putting the values. Probability of A2 is half, probability of A/A2 is 2/5, and that will be equal to 91/330. Now we go to our required probability, which we have written already, that is probability of A1/A, that is equal to probability of A1 into probability of A/A1 by probability of A. Now what is probability of A1? Probability of A1 is half, that is probability of choosing first turn. What is probability of A/A1? It is 5/33, and divided by probability of A that we just calculated, that is 91/330, and this will be equal to 25/91. So this is our required probability, 25/91. Okay, now we go to next problem. In a bolt factory, there are 3 machines, A, B and C. Okay, in a bolt factory there are 3 machines, A, B and C. They are manufacturing bolts, and their ABC manufactures 25%, 35% and 40% respectively of the total production. A manufactures 25%, B manufactures 35%, C manufactures 40%. But 5% of the bolts manufactured by A are defective. Similarly, 4% of the bolts manufactured by B are defective, and 2% of the bolt manufactured by C are defective. Now, a bolt is drawn at random. A bolt is drawn at random. Drawn at random and found to be defective, and it is found to be defective. Okay, the question is, what are the probabilities that it was manufactured by A, manufactured by B, manufactured by C? There are three questions. I have chosen a bolt randomly, and that I found that bolt is defective. Now, question number 1, that bolt, defective bolt, was manufactured by A. Question number 2, manufactured by B. And question number 3 is probability of that defective bolt was manufactured by C. This is the question. I didn't write the full question. I described it. Okay. The solution is, okay, first, here two things are happening. One bolt is drawn at random, and second, that bolt is manufactured by some machine. Okay, so let X1, X2 and X3, these three are the events that the bolts are manufactured by A, B and C respectively. X1 denotes the event that the bolt is manufactured by A, X2 denotes the event that a bolt is manufactured by B, and X3 denotes the event that a bolt is manufactured by C. Okay, so what will be probability of X1? Probability of X1 will be, since A manufactures 25% of the total manufacturing, so it will be 25 by 100. Probability of X2 will be, B manufactures 35%, so it will be 35 by 100, and probability of X3 will be 40 by 100. Okay, this is just a bolt manufactured by ABC, not a defective bolt. I have not come to defective bolt. Okay. Now, what will be probability of X/X1? X/X1 means probability of X. What is X? Okay, first I write X is, okay, X is the event. X is the event that the bolt is defective. The bolt is defective. Okay, so what will be probability of X/X1? That is conditional probability of the bolt being defective and subject to that the bolt has been manufactured by the machine A. Okay, so this denotes that the chosen bolt is defective and it has already been manufactured by A. X1 has already been occurred. Okay, and we know that by definition of conditional probability, it will be 5 by 100, because A manufactures 5% of 5% defective bolt of its total manufacturing, so it will be 5 by 100. So probability of X/X2 will be 4 by 100, and probability of X/X3 will be 2 by 100. Okay, now probability of X means probability of the bolt being defective. By Bayes theorem, it will be probability of X1 into probability of X/X1 plus probability of X2 into probability of X/X2 probability of X3 into probability of X/X3. Now we have all the values of these terms, so just put this probability of X1, that is 25 by 100, that is 1 by 4, into probability of X/X1, that is 5 by 100, that is 1 by 20. Okay, plus probability of X2 is 35 by 100 into probability of X/X2 is 4 by 100 plus probability of x3 is 40 by 100 into probability of x slash x3 is 2 by 100. And this will be equal to, after calculation, 69 by 2000. Okay. So this is the probability of a chosen bolt being defective. Till now I have not mentioned, or I have not found the probability of that bolt manufactured by some certain machine. Now I will do it. Okay. So now by applying Bayes theorem, probability of x1 slash x, that is, it denotes the probability of the bolt manufactured by A, being manufactured by A, subject to that the bolt is defective. So this will be equal to probability of x1 into probability of x slash x1 by probability of x, and probability of x1 is 25 by 100, that is 1 by 4, into probability of x slash x1 is 5 by 100 by probability of x is, just we calculated, 69 by 1000, and that will be equal to 25 by 69. So this was the probability of the bolt being defective manufactured by the machine A. Similarly, we can find probability of x2 slash x, that will give us the probability of the defective bolt, choosing defective bolt manufactured by B, and that will be equal to 28 by 69. I have not calculated here. You just calculate it and match with this answer, and probability of x3 slash x will give us the probability of choosing defective bolt, and that has been manufactured by the machine C, and that will be equal to 16 by 69. Okay, so you have to do the remaining these two. First one I have done, and the remaining two you will have to calculate it. Okay, so I will go to next problem. The question is, what is the probability? What is the probability that a leap year selected at random contains 53 Wednesday? Okay, so this is a question from basic probability. Let us start the solution. So the question is that if we select a random leap year and a leap year randomly, then what is the probability that that year contains 53 Wednesday? Okay, we know that a leap year contains 366 days. Okay, we all know this. 366 days means 52 weeks, that is 52 full weeks. 52 into 7 is 7 into 2 14 4, 364 days, and plus 2 days. So there are 52 full weeks plus 2 days. Now these 2 days, extra 2 days, can be the set of these all possible sets of 2 days can be like this: Sunday, Monday. Okay, this is a possibility. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, next Thursday, Friday, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, next if we write Sanman, this will repeat. Okay, so these are the all possible sets of extra 2 days in a leap year. So we need to find the probability of containing 53 Wednesday. Now since the leap year there are 52 full weeks, so already there are 52 Wednesday. Now in the extra 2 days, all the possible outcomes has been written, and in these outcomes we can see that there are 2 outcomes, that is this and this. In these 2 outcomes there are Wednesday is present. So if these 2 sets comes, then 52 plus 1 Wednesday, that is 53 Wednesday will be present in that year. So a leap year will contain 53 Wednesday if one of the 2 extra days is Wednesday. Therefore, out of the above 7 cases, 2 are favorable. Hence, our required probability will be 2 by 7. There are total 7 cases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are total 7 sets and 2 are our favorable sets. In 2 sets, there are Wednesday present. So, required probability will be 2 by 7. Okay. Now, I'll go to next problem. The question is, let A and B throw alternative. A and B are playing a game. Suppose A and B, 2 friends playing a game. What is the game? They throw alternatively with a pair of dice. With a pair of dice. There is a pair of dice. They are throwing alternatively. Now, A wins the game if he throws 8 before B throws 5 and B wins if he throws 5 before A throws 8. Okay. Now find the probability of A wins the game. Okay, we have to find the probability of A wins the game. So the game is, if A will win if A throws 8 before B throws 5, and B wins if B throws 5 before A throws 8. And this throwing of 8 and 5 means or 5. Okay, so they are throwing 2 dice simultaneously. So total number of outcome may be 36. There is dice has 6 outcomes. So if two dice are thrown simultaneously, then there will be total 36 outcomes. Okay. Now let X and Y be the event that A throws 8 and B throws 5 respectively. X is A throws 8 and Y is B throws 5. Okay. So what will be the event space X? 8 can be the sum of, okay, 1, 7, but we will not write this because 7 is not in the event space of a die. So it will be 2, 6, it may be 2, 6, it may be 3, 5, it may be 6, 2, it may be 5, 3, and it may be 4, 4. So there are total 5 event points in X. And what is the total possible outcomes of Y? Okay, 5 total, it may be 1, 4, it may be 4, 1, it may be 2, 3, it may be 3, 2. Okay, there is no other possibilities. So probability of X, what will be probability of X? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 outcomes out of total 36 outcomes, and probability of Y will be, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 by 36, that is 1 by 9. These are probability of X and probability of Y. So what will be probability of X bar, that is complement of X? It will be 1 minus 5 by 36. So it will be 31 by 36. And what will be probability of Y bar? That is 1 minus probability of Y, that is 1 minus 1 by 9, 8 by 9. Now, we have to find the probability of A wins. Now, if A starts the game and suppose in the first round A throws 8, then A will win. It may happen. Then there will be no turns for B. The game will be ended if in the first round A throws 8. So probability of X, it may happen. If A fails to throw 8, then B will throw, and since we are finding the probability of winning A, so we will not consider that B can throw 5. B will fail. If B will fail, then again A will throw. Okay, since we are finding the probability of winning of A, then probability of X bar, that is A fails, then B comes, B also fails, then A again come and A success, A gain success. Okay, so it may happen. So if in this round A fails, then again it will continue in this procedure, that is A fails, sorry, X bar, B fails, again A come, A fails, B come, B fails, then A comes and A throws 8 and A wins the game. In this way, this series will continue until and unless A wins the game. That is, here we are writing, we have written all the possibilities of winning of A. In this game, these are all individual games. This is a way of winning A. This is a way of winning of A. This is a way of winning of A. Okay, in these ways, all possible ways, A can win. Now we have to put the values. Probability of X. Okay. What is probability of X? Probability of X is 5 by 36 plus probability. These are all independent events, mutually independent events. So we can write this as probability of X bar, Y bar, sorry, probability of Y bar into probability of X, like this, dot dot dot. Okay, so 5 by 36 plus probability of Y bar, probability of X bar is 31 by 36. 31 by 36 into probability of Y bar is 8 by 9 into probability of X, that is 5 by 36. Okay, plus dot dot dot. Now in this way we are getting a series, and we see that this series can be written as 5 by 36 plus 31 by 36 into 8 by 9 into 5 by 36 plus third term will be 31 by 36 into 8 by 9 whole square into 5 by 36 plus dot dot dot. So this is a this series in geometric progression. This is a geometric series and infinite series. So the sum, we know that the sum of GP series, infinite GP series, will be A by 1 minus R, where A is the first term. So A is here 5 by 36 by 1 minus R. R is the common ratio, and the common ratio here is 31 by 36 into 8 by 9. So if we calculate this, this will be 45 by 76. So 45 by 76, this is our required probability, that is probability of winning A. So that was all for this video. I have discussed conditional probability and some problems, solved some problems corresponding to that Bayes theorem, conditional probability and basic probability, like this. Okay, so you have to practice more problems like this. If you face any problem or if you have any query, you can contact with me. My contact details is given the first slide of this video. Thank you.